right, if you're on teleconference, call your name, speak up so we know you're here, and we're going to review your file. Call the reviews.
Joseph Atkins, Charles Archer, Kevin Bennett, Tiffany Brooks, Tanner Collins, Cynthia Gannon, Joshua LaBrada.
Joseph Atkins is 23,356.
Yes.
Community service done, you're just working on your fine. You'd already.
I made a payment this morning.
You have a payment today?
I made one this morning online.
Okay, how much did you pay?
25.
Okay, you're down, you're gonna be just a little over $100 less, so if you get this paid off, you won't have to come back, we'll give you another hearing date. Do you prefer Fridays?
Yeah, either Friday or Monday, it don't matter.
Okay, I'm gonna set it for April 27th, that's a Monday.
Thank
Get
you.
it paid off, you don't have to be here, 9 o'clock.
All right, thank you.
Charles Archer, 21,138. Charles Archer is here.
Is this his key?
No.
He can't keep it?
Keeps OVP.
Okay.
He's supposed to be at OVP, so we got a report to him. Okay. Well, I've got a letter, it's not even signed though, it says thank you, and no signature, no name. Is Mr. Mint here today?
I have not seen her.
It's just child support payments. Okay. You can get this stuff back. I want you to go do a urine screen.
Okay.
Go do your urine screen, because we've had a problem with that in the past, and I want to see what it's going to show. So we'll do your screen, go to the probation, do that, and we'll call you back after we get the results. Kaylee Bennett. Kaylee Bennett. Case numbers are 20, 2680, we are here 20, 2681, 21, 2280, 22, 1604, 22, 170. Still have some community service to do and fines to pay. You have a payment today.
I just made one for $40. I know it probably won't come on till tomorrow, but I have the confirmation number if you want that.
Did you do it online or?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's get this community service done. Give me a date when you're going to be out.
Can I do it Friday?
A week from today?
Yeah, or I can try to do it tomorrow.
Tomorrow's better.
Okay.
Be here tomorrow at 7:30, so Mr. Cooper will be looking for you. I'll set April 24th as your next hearing. That's a Friday. April
Okay.
24th, 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Tiffany Brooks, 25,177. A report from RRS. Well, still positive for THC.
Yeah, my levels are decreasing though.
Okay. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you're working off your fines?
I thought I finished all that.
I'm showing still $130.
Oh, I can pay it today.
Okay. See the clerk then to make a payment and continue with your counseling.
Sir.
And I'll set your next hearing. This is a newer case I'm gonna go into May for you.
Your Honor, if I may, RRS advised me she has another case here next week also.
Okay, well, you need to be here for that then. But for this one, I'll set your next hearing for May 1st. We'll try to get them together if that's possible. So see the clerk to make your payment.
Okay. Thank you.
Tanner Collins, 2612. Bethesda.
He's doing well, Your Honor. He's compliant with all program recommendations.
Okay. So you either have a job or looking for a job, what's that?
He's not there yet.
Okay, he's looking for one.
Yeah.
And he's inpatient.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so we can wait on the other stuff, bonds and community service. At some point though, if you can do some community service, come in here, that would be good.
We'll get him on the schedule this month.
Okay, let's go April 27th, that's a Monday. April 27th, it'll be his next hearing, 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Cynthia Gann, 25,547. Report from TPC, which we've got in hand, says you're compliant. Looking for a job and housing, is that right? Okay.
Your Honor, if I may, Ms. Gannon was ordered on February 20th to have some community service done for the next hearing. She is not there.
Okay, tell me about that. Can you get out here, or?
No, I was gonna do it in Ironton. I'm complete on like the 30th, I was gonna start it then.
Okay, so can you all get her to community service in Ironton?
Yes, we probably could.
Okay, well, let's get that done. She's got 5 days she needs to. She can do it at the municipal court in Ironton, right downtown.
All right, thank you.
Okay. April 24th will be her next hearing, 9 o'clock. Continue with your counseling.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Joshua LaPrade, 2358. Community service, fine. Do you have anything you can pay on your fine today?
Yeah, I gotta go pick it up and come back and pay on it.
Okay, so
I'm gonna pay it all off.
You're gonna pay the whole thing?
Yep.
$275.
Yes, sir.
And you got community service to do too.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna set this with Mr. Major for a follow-up review rather than with me, because it's a driving under suspension. So let's set it for
Wednesday, Your Honor, be great.
any Wednesday, April 29th. What time?
9 a.m.
April 29th, 9 a.m. And you'll go to probation. So see the clerk to make your payment, and if you get your community service done before, then you're going to have to come back.
All right, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Michael McKenzie, Adam Reimer, Ashley Sharrow, Jimmy Sparks, Savon Stallworth, Jason Tackett, Erica Williams, Stephen Wolf.
Michael McKenzie, 25,699. Michael McKenzie. McKenzie's not here, and he has done, he's paid his fine, but he hasn't done any community service, so it'll be a bench warrant. He was supposed to be a cardinal also for treatment. And they're not here to give me a report, but he's not here either, so he'll get a warrant for failure to appear. Adam Reimer, 22,327, Adam Reimer. It's OBI. He hasn't appeared, he's got community service and time still left to pay, so it'll be a benchmark for failure to appear. Ashley Sharo, 26,161. Just has fines to pay, hasn't appeared, so it'll be a benchmark. Jimmy Sparks, 2635, is in custody. I've got a report from hometown. Okay, so there was an incident where the allegation is that you shoplifted at Speedway while you were at the facility and out on some sort of project or something.
Yeah, they stopped at Speedway and he went in and shoplifted. The associate didn't catch him, but he was caught by a staff member when he came out.
Okay. And
But
they-
we're still.
Speedway chose not to file charges, or?
Yeah, that was my understanding that they did it.
Okay. All right, so are you willing to keep him in treatment, or?
We're still willing to work with him.
I have your letter, you wrote me a letter apologizing for this, and what have you got to say? And anything in addition to the letter?
This is a mistake on my part. I bought a half a month Speedway, and it was the wrong size. I took mine out, but I bought back in and switched it out for the right size.
Well, did you talk to the clerk about it, or?
There was no talking to Speedway. I come out, and the staff member asked me about it. I just was like, yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Do you know anything about that? I mean,
I'll have my other.
Your Honor, that's what he told me. We did make him take it back in. This is the second time doing that. That's when he was here. He got in trouble. Put him in custody last time over the same thing.
okay. Well, I mean, it's very disappointing. I mean, you have done pretty well in getting clean, but you got to change your old behaviors too. I call it the criminal mindset. You know, people like, you got to change your criminal mindset. You can't steal, lie, cheat as a regular course of business. You know, that's wrong. And even if you're clean, it's still wrong. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a weekend in jail. So you need some consequences of this. Do you still want him after the weekend?
Yeah, we can pick him up Monday.
Okay. Spend the weekend in jail, be discharged to hometown, do an entry to that effect, discharged back to hometown for treatment Monday, which will be the 23rd. And then I'll set your next review, and I'll see you sooner because of this. So let's make it April 10th. I'll see you back on April the 10th for a review to see how things are going. He's remaining in custody for the weekend.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Sevion Stallworth.
Please on Zoom, Your Honor.
Okay. community service done, you set to pay your fines. Do you have a payment you can make on your fines? Your mic's muted.
You have to send me, sir. I'm unable to pay today.
Okay, you can do, if you want to work additional community service, I'll let you do additional community service and it'll go toward your fine. You get $50 a day for every 6 hours that you work. You want to do that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, you did 18 hours this last time frame. Just keep working and it'll go toward your fine now. I'll set your next hearing for April 27th at 9 a.m.
Did you say it again?
April 27th, 9 a.m. The last, I think that's Monday. Yeah, April 27th is the last Monday in April. Is your next hearing, 9 o'clock. You can appear by teleconference, as long as you're in progress.
No, you said something about 18 hours.
You did 18 hours this last time frame, so just keep working community service, it'll go toward your fine now.
Okay. And could you remind me of what my total is?
It's over $400 and some dollars.
400.
What was this file?
490.
490 is your total.
Okay.
So 10 days of community service will get it done. Okay, any other questions, sir?
No.
Okay, April 27th, 9 o'clock is your next hearing.
Okay.
Jason Tackett's here. Case numbers are 152996, 1742. He's got a certificate of completion from Orange County Recovery, so that's good. What about your fines? Are you paying anything on your fines?
Yeah, 50.
Okay. See the clerk to make your payment. And you prefer Fridays? Doesn't matter for what day?
No.
April 27th, that's a Monday. April 27th, 9 o'clock, your next hearing.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Erica Williams. Erica Williams is not here, 2695. $25,635. She was supposed to be at TPC. Is there was somebody here from TPC? Can you find out if what happened with Erica Williams? Initially, she was ordered to go inpatient, so I don't know if she left treatment or what happened. I don't know. Erica Williams, middle initial B, date of birth August 7th. Okay, so we'll recall that, try to figure out where she is. Stephen Wolf, here's Stephen.
Yes, sir.
16,326, you just have to pay off a fine. And you're working community service to do that, it looks like. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, you've done, you did a day toward your community service. It looks like 4 days would take care of what you got left. I'll set you for April 29th at 9 a.m. That's a Wednesday, and it'll be with Mr. Major in the probation office. So you won't be coming in on court day, you'll come in midweek. April 29th, if you get it finished before then, you don't have to come in.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Charles Archer.
Your Honor, if I may, OVP gave them.
Okay. Oh, your screen's good. That's good. And is that what's in the file here?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, this is more detailed report. Okay, this is good. Good job, keep it up, and stay with your treatment, and I'll see you, where are you working now?
Sonic on Route 60.
Mondays or Fridays, what, does it matter for your work schedule?
It doesn't matter, I work nights.
Okay. Let's put you on the 27th, and that's a Monday. April 27th will be your next hearing at 9 o'clock. Okay, good job.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Okay, that finishes up the reviews. We're going to call for arraignments next. If you think you had a review, go check in with the clerk and get your name on the docket. If you missed a hearing before, you're not going to be on the docket today. So, when your name's called, come up to the table to your right, stand there. I'm going to go over the charges with you. You don't have to agree with the charges, but you need to understand them. And you have a right to have a lawyer. You don't have to say anything. You have a right to remain silent. But if you do make statements, with everything you say is on the record. So if you admit something about your case, that can be used against you later. You have a right to have an attorney appointed if you can't afford one, to have bail, and to make the state of Ohio approve the charge beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up those rights I just explained. If you enter a guilty or no contest plea, you shouldn't enter those pleas if you're not sure that's what you want to do. If you're unsure of what to do, or you want a lawyer or a trial, definitely enter a not guilty plea. Call the first case.
State of Ohio versus Genevieve Houlihan, case number TRC 26462, A and B.
And ma'am, are you Genevieve Houlihan?
Yes.
Ms. Houlihan, it's alleged by the state that on March the 16th at 1:32 a.m. in Union Township, you were driving a vehicle while you were under the influence of alcohol, and you took a breath test and tested 16 on a breath test. This is alleged to be your first conviction if you got convicted. On a first offense under Ohio law, the maximum you face is 6 months in jail, $1,075 fine, 3-year license suspension. There is a minimum penalty for this offense if you're found guilty. The minimum is 3 days in treatment, $375 fine, and a 6-month license suspension. The test score of 16 is above what's called the per se level. Under Ohio law, there's a per se level, and what that means is if you test 8 or higher on a breath test, and, this is important, and the and part, the state has to show compliance with the rules for giving the test. There's a presumption that you're impaired if you test 8 or higher. They're saying you tested 16. The other charge against you is driving outside your lane. That's a minor misdemeanor. The maximum penalty for that is a $150 fine. Do you understand these 2 charges?
Yes.
Do you understand the rights I explained?
Yes.
How do you wish to plead to these charges?
I would like to request a lawyer if possible.
Okay, so we're going to enter a not guilty plea for you. Do you have a job?
Yes, I have 2.
What do you do?
Child Protective Services, and I bartend.
Okay, I have to determine your gross annual income. Do you know what that is?
Yes, I have my W-2s here, about $60,000.
Okay, well, you're not going to be eligible for court-appointed lawyer.
Okay.
You make too much money, so you'll have to hire a lawyer. How much time do you need to do that?
Possibly a week or 2.
Okay, well, I'm probably going to give you more time for that.
Okay.
So let's look at the court schedule and see. So it's going to be in April. How about the 13th? So that would be 2 weeks. I could go further if you thought you needed more time.
2 weeks should be good.
Okay, so I'll set your next hearing will be a pretrial on April the 13th, so be back here then at 10 a.m. unless your lawyer tells you they've made arrangements for a different date, then you come the date they tell you. I'm going to let you sign the signature bond, and And what that means is, I'm letting you sign a piece of paper that's a promise that you'll come to court. And it says, if I don't show up, I'll have to pay $1,000 as a penalty for not showing up. And you get a warrant for not showing up, so that's the worst part. So just come to court, you won't have to post any money. I'm entering a not guilty plea for you, putting down to hire a lawyer. April 13th, 10 o'clock is your next hearing. Any questions?
Yes, one of my jobs requires that I drive to visit families and children in schools. Is there any way to do a work permit?
Well, there is. If there's a hard suspension, you really need to, since you took the test and tested over the per se level, an automatic license suspension went into effect. So your lawyer would have to file something with the court to get your driving privileges. So that's something you need to address.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No.
Okay. April 13th, 10 o'clock, your next hearing.
Thank you.
Your Honor, will she need fingerprinted?
She will get fingerprinted, so Mr. Cooper will bring you a form, you'll have to take it to the jail to get fingerprinted.
State of Ohio versus Carrie Lee Pinkerton, case number TRC 26454, A, B, and C. Carrie Pinkerton.
Ma'am, you're Carrie Pinkerton,
Yes, sir.
and she's at TBC, or?
She's actually working our outpatient program and attends our evening groups weekly and screens twice a week with us.
Okay, so she is in treatment there.
Yes.
Okay, Miss Pinkerton, you have a charge, the main one being operating a vehicle intoxicated, where the state's alleging that on March the 14th at 9:18 p.m. in Perry Township, you were operating a vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs or a combination of those things. And the state's alleging you submitted to a urine test. So those go to a lab for testing, and it takes several weeks to get the results. I don't have results today, but we should get them eventually. It's alleged to be your first offense. So on a first offense, the maximum is 6 months in jail, $1,075 fine, 3-year license suspension. The minimum penalty is 3 days in treatment, $375 fine, 6-month license suspension. You're charged with not wearing a safety belt, that's a mandatory $30 fine if you're found guilty, and failing to stop at a stop sign, that's a minor misdemeanor, maximum penalty is $150 fine. Do you understand these 3 charges?
I do.
Do you understand the rights I've explained? I
do.
How do you plead to these charges?
Not guilty.
Do you wish to be considered for a court-appointed lawyer?
Yes.
You have, are you getting paid for, is she also an employee or?
No, she should be. She has a job that she has now that she's in outpatient program.
Okay, so you are working. What do you do, ma'am?
At Comfort Suites in South Point.
Are you paid by the hour?
Yes.
How much per hour?
11.
How many hours a week?
About, how many a week? Like,
How many hours a week do you work?
I work about 6 hours a day, so 30 a week.
30 hours a week?
60
Okay, so
every
it's
2
part-time. All right, Mr. Smith, I'll appoint you
Yes.
to represent her as Carrie Pinkerton, it's an OBI, is in charge with the urine screen, so it's going to be a while before you get the results.
And the 24th and 27th, based on that.
So we're going to be in May.
Okay, and, yeah, way out with urine, yes.
Do you have any dates in May with?
I do, 5/4 and 5/8 are bad.
How about May 22nd?
That's fine.
Okay, May 22nd is going to be the next hearing. It'll be a pretrial at 10 o'clock. She'll need to get fingerprinted, and she can sign an OR bond of $1,000.
We need to call my office, my legal assistant. We'll get you before that day. What's the next day?
May 22nd.
No one needs to like court.
There's a urine.
May 27th. There's a bucket there. I'll do this. Here, I got you.
Okay. Right now?
Yeah, you can if you want. Yeah, they've got us, they will bring you an order, take it to the jail, you just fingerprint it. You can do it if you want.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Daniel Glenn Workman II, case number TRC 26-455, A and B.
Sir, you Daniel Glenn Workman.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Workman, the state's alleging March 15th at 2:57 a.m., Union Township, you were driving a vehicle while you were under the influence of alcohol or drugs or a combination of those things. The state's alleging you did submit to a urine screen that is good for testing at a lab. It takes a while to get results on that. It's alleged to be your first offense. Maximum penalty you face is 6 months in jail, a $1,075 fine, and a 3-year license suspension. The minimum that you can receive if you're found guilty is 3 days in a treatment program, $375 fine, 6-month license suspension. You understand that charge?
Yes.
The other charge you're facing is speeding, 67 and 55. Maximum penalty for that is a $150 fine. Do you understand the rights you have as a defendant?
Yes.
How do you plead to these charges?
No contest.
Well, if you enter a no contest plea, what you're telling me is, I don't want to admit the charge is true, but I don't want to fight it either, and I agree I can be found guilty without a trial and a lawyer. Now, the problem here, maybe what you should do, I can't be your lawyer, but maybe I'll point out something obvious. I don't have the test results yet. Do you want to wait and see what the test results are before you decide what plea? Maybe you've got a better idea than I do what it's going to show, but at this point, I have no idea what the test results are going to show. It'll take weeks to get the results back.
This is one that I believe that it was suspected that there was alcohol, and those tests don't take quite as long.
Okay.
My only concern is that I've recently got a job and they have a 90-day window where you're not allowed to miss anything, and they've been really gracious enough to let me come here today without firing me. So I don't know if I'd be able to just, I would like to just get everything done now, like if I could.
Well, you can, but, I mean, basically, I don't know if I have, I don't know if I have enough evidence to decide based on a no contest plea. If there's not enough evidence, then I'm just going to enter a not guilty plea for you anyway. This is serious business. I know job is a serious business too, but having a conviction on your record for operating a vehicle intoxicated is a serious matter. Yes. So I wouldn't enter into it lightly without talking to a lawyer or seeing what your rights are.
So we'll just do not guilty then?
Okay. I'll enter a not guilty plea for you. So you said you just started a job.
Yes, sir.
You want to be considered for a court-appointed lawyer?
Yeah.
What do you do? What's your job?
I work at, it's called Okuno International in Pritchard over in West Virginia. They manufacture hydraulic parts for Toyota, Kubota, and Komatsu.
Are you paid by the hour?
Yes, sir.
How much per hour?
$18 an hour.
How many hours a week?
40.
Okay. You have children?
No, sir.
Okay, so you're not probably going to, let me figure it out, you're not going to be eligible for court appointed counsel, then you have to hire your own lawyer. I can give you some time to do that, some time to make some arrangements with your employer, but you will have to come back for further hearings. Can make it go about a month out. Well, we can actually go longer than that because you've got a urine screen. We're not going to have the results on your urine screen probably until toward the end of May.
Might be a little sooner than that because
of the alcohol only.
Yeah.
Court's going to be a Monday or a Friday. Does it make any difference which day it is? Is your work schedule Monday through Friday?
Probably would. Yeah, that's the exact schedule. So probably be better to do a Monday. That way, I feel like it'd be easier to get them to let me be off for their Sunday, Monday, as opposed to Friday. Sometimes they'll have me work a Saturday as well.
Okay. Let's set it Let's set it for May the 11th. There'll be a pretrial May the 11th, 10 o'clock, and come down, you will hire an attorney. I'm going to let you sign a signature bond of $1,000. Do you understand what that means?
No, I do not.
So I owe the court $1,000, but as long as I come to court, I don't have to pay it. If I don't come to court, I get a warrant for my arrest, and I have to pay $1,000. You also, since you might as well go do it today, since you can't take time off from work, you're gonna have to go to the jail and get fingerprinted. The jail's in Ironton, so that's 20 miles west of here. Mr. Cooper will bring you a form and take to the jail. It's right across from the main courthouse in Ironton. You can just go, Buzz, so I need to be fingerprinted, give them the form, go fingerprint you, and then you get to leave.
All right. And you said that was where I need to go again, one more time?
The jail.
Okay.
Lawrence County Jail. Sheriff's Office, jail, same thing. Right across from the main courthouse in Ironton. You do not have, you are allowed to drive. The test, and the test results were over the personal level, they immediately get a suspension. You don't have a suspension because we don't know what your results are yet, so you can still drive, as long as you have a valid license, and apparently you do. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. May the 11th is your next hearing, 10 o'clock.
All right, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Jamie Bias, case number CRA 24603, CRA 2046 A and B, CRV 2049.
Okay. Jamie Bias had a review hearing back in September, so September the 8th, it's alleged you missed a review hearing.
Yes, I
You did or
apologize.
denied that?
No, I did. I missed it, and I apologize.
Do you have an explanation for this?
I was in Lexington. I know you know I was working in Lexington. I started taking classes at Berea College up there, and there's really no good excuse. This should have been my first priority, but I was
Okay.
living in Lexington, and
We had two cases. One case you'd actually finished, and then the other one, you just owed fines. You did your community service,
Yes,
you owed some fines.
yeah.
Can you pay anything on that today?
I had $30 on me this morning. I paid that this morning. I'm hoping,
Okay, I do see that.
I was gonna ask, I know that I've missed, there's a $100 warrant fee or something on there that I was told that if I asked that you could possibly waive that. I'm hoping to be able to get my fines paid off a lot sooner if that $100 would be
Why would
waived.
I waive it?
When I've missed, I understand, but that's why I say I know.
Who told you that I could waive it?
Well, she said it's possible that you've done that before, so I just thought I would ask. I'd be able to get my fines paid
Only
off.
do that if there was some, like somebody was sick or
I did have COVID. I had surgery.
since September.
Yeah, it said I had
If you came
COVID.
in like 2 weeks later and said
Yeah.
I was in the hospital, I'd say, okay, we'll probably waive it too.
Yeah, that's
It's been
understandable.
months.
I understand.
No, I'm not gonna waive it.
All right.
All right, so your next hearing will be May the 1st. And if you get it paid off, you don't have to be here.
And it's 200 now, right? 200?
140 is what, well, check with the computer, what's it showing on her? It's 24,603.
If it's 140, I can get that paid a lot quicker than what I thought it was.
No, I got a text message about.
213.
Okay,
May the 9th at 9 o'clock?
May the 1st
May the 1st, okay.
at 9 o'clock. It's 213.
I got you.
I didn't have the warrant. Okay,
All right, thank you.
you're welcome.
State of Ohio, Canaan Ray Petrie, excuse me. Case number CRB 26158.
How do you pronounce your first name?
Canaan.
Canaan?
Yes, sir.
You're Canaan Petrie?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Petrie, it's alleged that at Fayette Township on March the 16th this year, you purposely tried to deprive Walmart of property without their consent. It's a first-degree misdemeanor theft offense, maximum penalty 6 months in jail,
Yes, sir.
$1,000 fine.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the rights defendants have?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead?
Guilty.
Guilty means you're admitting it's true and you're waiving your right to have a trial and a lawyer. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. My usual practice is, and I'm going to do it here, is have you go do a urine screen because I find about 80% of the people that are shoplifting have a drug problem. So I don't know if you're going to fall in that category, but if you do, we're going to deal with it. So
Yes,
go to probation, get a urine screen done, and I'll sentence you after we get the
I
report.
am in high school, so,
Doesn't matter if you're in high school.
okay,
I'm
no,
still
that's
gonna
fine.
make you
No,
get treatment.
no, that's fine.
Okay.
I just wanted to, just so I didn't miss a lot of school, I just want to make sure.
We'll deal with it.
Yes,
Go
sir.
to the probation and get a urine screen done.
Yes, sir.
To the left as you go out in the lobby, they'll be waiting on you out there.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Robert Hensley, case number CRA 21345, CRB 21346, CRB 21222, A and B, CRB 21114, A and B.
Okay, Robert is here. You missed the hearing.
Monday.
Back in February?
Should have
All
been
right.
Monday.
Oh, Monday, the
Monday.
16th. Okay, I see. March 16th. Okay,
I was here Tuesday. Somehow I wrote 17 down.
okay. All right, I'll accept that. You came in quickly.
I've been making payments online.
And you did make a payment on March 16th. Okay, so no warrant's been issued yet, so I'll just give you another hearing. May 1st. May 1st will be your next hearing. 9 o'clock.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, that's all the arrangements we have right now, so we're ready to start this.
We're going to start pre-trials. We need the lawyers and their clients, people that have pre-trials need to be in the courtroom.
It's good.
State of Ohio versus Robin Fout, case number CRB 2618 and CRB 181254.
Morning, Your Honor.
All right.
Morning.
All right, Mr. Trillo is representing Mr. Fowl. It's set for a pretrial today. 2 cases, an old case, 18-1254 and 2618.
So, Your Honor, this case involves a UPS driver or a FedEx driver or something like that that made a delivery to Mr. Fout's residence and in the process got bitten in the leg by Mr. Fout's dog. And Mr. Trujillo has raised quite a number of issues as to whether the dog actually did anything wrong. But I also know that the alleged victim in this, Chad Harper, has counsel through his employment for the cost of the medical bills or whatever other damages he's had. And there's a civil case going on regarding that. So that was really what his chief interest was in us maintaining this case. And also, over the last few weeks, we really have lost contact with him. We've called for him and he hasn't called us back. So I'm confident at this point that his interests are being represented in the civil case because of the fact that he is an employee of a company that is looking out for his interests. I'm sure that they take a great amount of concern about their drivers and dogs. So I think we could nollie this case without prejudice.
So you want to nollie 2618, what about 18-1254?
Well, that is one that I didn't know this morning. That was animals running at large involving cows, I think, from...
To me, I don't think Mr. Falk ever got served until this new case came along, and then it popped up too, and he got served on.
We've never had any more complaints about cows running at large, and I would say he's rounding them up by now. So we can nollie that one, and we could refile it if we get a complaint of some sort as to...
All right, both cases will be nollied. I assume there's no objection to that.
No, Your Honor.
All right, both cases are nollied.
May we be excused?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Kane and Petrie. Case number CRB 26458.
Okay, you had a negative screen, so that's good. Where do you go to school?
Spring Valley.
Okay, let me, do you have anything other than the affidavit for the report on this case? I have a very limited affidavit.
Deputy Corporal Mullins, and Corporal Mullins of the Lawrence County Sheriff's Office. On 3/16/2026 at approximately 19:08 hours, I was dispatched to Walmart located at 354 Private Drive 288 in South Point, Ohio, reference 2 female shoplifters. I arrived and made contact with the Asset Protection Associate, Christopher Fields, on camera, where they proceeded to the front of the store. They attempted to check out with ticket-switched items. Ms. Petrie and Ms. Willis began scanning items at one register. However, after the transaction was paused, they moved to another register and continued to scan the items. The pair was then exited the store past the last point of purchase where they were stopped. I advised Ms. Petrie of her rights, which she waived. She advised that they had seen this on TikTok and decided to try it. Ms. Petrie's father came to the store and he was given her car keys and her personal items. I phoned Keisha Willis, the mother of Vay Willis, advising her of what had taken place. Ms. Willis was transported to the Lawrence County Juvenile Justice Center by Deputy Dakota Pennington, who transported Ms. Petrie to the Lawrence County Jail, where she was lodged. Both parties were charged with 1 count of theft. The total amount of merchandise taken was $204.91. Status of case is closed by arrest.
Okay, so at first I thought, well, it's just a couple air fresheners, so there was other stuff involved?
They took the stickers from the air fresheners and put them on the Lego boxes.
Okay.
And Legos, I guess, are very expensive items.
All right, so what say you, Ms. Petrie?
Yes, sir.
You have anything you want to say about this? Or?
Honestly, no. I mean, there is no excuse. There's not. It was not right. I knew better. I saw her doing it and should have been there to stop it, but I did not.
Okay.
And that is my fault.
Are you a senior at Spring Valley?
Yes, sir. I graduate in May.
So what's the plan after that?
I want to graduate. I want to go to Mount West to do online classes and become a preschool teacher. I'm at a daycare right now. For the daycare, I want to work in their preschool class that they have.
Okay, well, certain teaching positions require you to get certified, so
yes, sir.
This is the kind of thing that can keep you from doing that. Maybe not one,
yes, sir.
maybe, but
yes, sir.
a good reputation for honesty is very important.
Yes, sir.
So you need to guard that. You made a mistake here. Now, one good thing under Ohio law, eventually you can move to have this expunged from your record, to keep your record clean, and it'll be taken off your record. So I would think you would want to consider that down the road.
Can I ask, how long do you think I should wait if I do?
3 famous people.
Well, you have to be off probation for a certain period.
Yes, sir.
Get something expunged. either hire a lawyer or do your own research and file it yourself, but you'll have to do some research. I mean, I can't do it for you, but I'm just telling you, it's out there. But, you know, Google it.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of information on it. Figure it out. This is, you know, serious business, silly mistake, or worse, worse than silly.
Yes.
It's a bad thing that you did, but it's not the end of the world. You can go on and have a good life and good career, and just learn from it, and don't ever do anything again to damage your reputation for honesty.
Sure.
Once people can't believe you or trust you, you're going to have a hard way to go.
Yes, sir.
All right, so since you're a student, I'm going to give you half of the fine I usually would. So I'm going to give you a $50 fine. I'll order you to pay the court costs, that's $125.
Yes, sir.
10 days in jail, then I'm going to suspend all the jail days on the conditions you do 5 days of community service.
Yes, sir.
So we have a community service program here at the court.
Yes, sir.
You can do it on Saturdays at 7:30, come here at 7:30 a.m.
Yeah,
and
we can do that. I work weekdays, so that's fine.
So you don't have to miss school. I don't want you to miss school. I want you to graduate. But you got to get the community service done. And
Yep.
the good thing is the grass is going to start growing here shortly, and there's grass to cut and weeds to pull and that sort of thing. And it's not going to hurt you to do that kind of work.
Yes, sir.
So come out and get it done. You'll have a review hearing, and you'll come back for the review hearing if you haven't got everything done. If you got it all done, you don't have to confirm it with your probation officer. You don't have to come for your review hearing.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to set that for October the 2nd, so it gives you all summer and into the fall to get this done.
Okay, what time?
9 a.m. on October 2nd. You're going to go meet with the probation officer. He's going to go over what I just told you and
Yes,
give
sir.
you some paperwork. His office is to the left, well, where you went for the urine screen.
Okay.
Go over to that
Okay.
office, meet with Mr. Major, and if you have questions, you can contact that person in court. If you have any questions of me,
No, sir.
meet with him, and then you're free to go after that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Andrew Spurlock, case number CRB 181327, CRB 181297, CRB 18558, CRB 15618, Angela Spurlock. Set for arraignment, Your Honor, and she currently checked in.
Angela Spurlock is not responding, so I'll pass it.
State of Ohio versus Melissa Cremines, case number CRB 25712, pretrial. Melissa Cremines.
Consider Smith's case set for pretrial.
And Mr. Crum is a co-defendant.
Crum, and who's the lawyer on that?
Mr. Morgan.
Warford?
He's here, Judge.
He was in the back.
I think he went back there.
Your Honor, this case is currently pending in probate juvenile court, a children's services case. There's some additional steps that the children's services would like.
Let's wait.
Oh,
State of Ohio versus Clarence Crum, case number CRB 25713. Clarence Crum.
So you got
yeah, they've got some other treatment that is, in the children's service case, they would like them to do. I talked to Mr. Hill, we'd like to get a brief continuance to get that treatment done, or at least started and monitored, and then come back at what the court's leisure, I suppose.
Okay, what do you suggest?
30 days.
30 days?
That
I
sounds
would think so, that would be appropriate.
Yeah, good.
And I spoke with Children's Services this morning, and they are involved in a case saying that they got the things they wanted to accomplish.
We are, but there's some argument about whether
She's got 2 more parenting classes, so 30 days should be a good.
them people ain't getting back with us.
April 20th is exactly that. Is that a good day?
That's a good day for me.
Mr. Morgan?
Yes, Judge.
April 20th will be the next hearing. April 20th at 10 o'clock for on both matters.
I know you would.
They're trying to say that we're not taking the proper classes.
You have to call and make a point, come in and talk about it, come in on all your papers. Can't do that right here.
Stay here 10 o'clock. All right, there's no doubt.
Have a good day.
You too, absolutely. You do
Thanks,
so.
John.
You are.
4:20.
State of Ohio versus Candy Long, case number TRC 252939.
One of those good
Smith's case.
So you want to drive, you return.
Okay. Why don't we get it wrapped up here today? Yeah. Because she's in treatment, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, I've got a letter dated March 2nd from OVP that says, I'm writing this letter conforming Candy Long, whose date of birth was seen only one time in this office. She has not returned for any further treatment.
Yes, sir. Yeah, they're right there, all three of them.
The judge, looks like, well, this one stated yesterday she was
And
in.
then there's other dates on there
Sure.
behind
Well,
them.
that's the last letter I have.
Okay, maybe we should.
I want David stuff now.
Okay.
That's
This- You don't want to do the yoga in treatment. Come back.
Yes.
Okay, so this letter is better, it says she's improving.
Yes.
And then negative drug screen.
Just the opioid.
This was an alcohol.
It's a second.
Yes, Judge, second offense.
Very high test score.
I had spoken with Mr. Heald. We're at this point, we've reviewed the evidence, looking at my client would enter a guilty plea. We'd ask sentencing be delayed, let her complete treatment. That may affect what the ultimate sentence is, but I think the state's on board. In fact, they recommended.
Okay. And let's see, I'm trying to figure out what this equates to her test score.
It's a second offense high score.
Oh, it's a second offense too.
Yeah, in fact,
Yes.
she just had one back in earlier in 25.
So, yeah, this is 3031.
The prior one was in April of 25, and she had a breath score of .201 at that time. So that's really why we've been very concerned about Ms. Long and her well-being and her potential for causing harm to people if she didn't get stopped.
Well, using my limited knowledge of ratios, I get this would be a 22, equivalent to a BAC test score of 22.
Yeah, so I mean, she's had a big problem out driving, and she's got to come to terms with that as far as we're concerned, because I don't want there to be, I'm sure she doesn't either, she don't want to kill anybody.
No.
So that's not,
Okay.
All right, so we'll continue with her in treatment
Yes.
for now. Went back April 20th date.
It's fine, Judge, and I do have one more matter once we conclude. She had, actually, one of the few people have, actually went on the interlock. She got the machine, she got the plates. Her asthma, she cannot blow. I'd like to replace that with a limited driving privilege to medical appointments, OVP.
Well, let's see, it's a second offense, so that's different now, let's see.
She was
Yeah.
unlimited, but unfortunately, she can't produce enough air to get the machine to work.
Well, do some more research about it. A little
Okay.
cheat sheet says for a second offense, plates are required and an interlock is required for driving privileges on a second offense.
I'll look in, I wasn't aware of that, Judge. I'll look into that, though. I'll do some research.
Yeah. Okay. All right, April 20th, you can bring it back sooner if you want to address that issue and give me some basis for,
Yes, Judge, I might, if I do the research, add it on to a Monday or Friday docket, just for that limited purpose.
Friday's better.
and just to make the record, Ms. Long, you agree with your attorney that you're entering a guilty plea to the ODI now?
Yes, sir, and that's why I'm working on myself.
Okay, I'm going to delay the sentencing while you continue treatment.
Yes, sir.
It's serious business, though. You got a high test score and a second offense, so
Yes, sir. I appreciate this, thank you.
do your best, because it can affect your sentence, and the sentence is going to be pretty serious. It has to be.
Yeah,
April 20th is your next hearing.
thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we're ready to go to the Orange County Jail.
Okay, we've got some hearings at the jail to do.
State of Ohio versus Casey Barker, case number CRA 21614, CRD 11349 AMD, CRD 11124, CRD 122915 A, B, and C. Set for pretrial today, Your Honor.
Okay.
I think Mr. Morgan was the attorney.
All right, Mr. Morford.
Custody today.
Well, they're old cases. I think it looks to me like it was a failure to appear previously.
Okay.
According to the record I'm looking at, the last time he was here was in February, or he failed to appear in February for a review. So Mr. Morgan had been the attorney. It looks like it was February the 6th that he failed to appear. Is that correct, Mr. Barker?
You asked for a drug test. I walked out before it was administered.
Okay. So a warrant got issued when you didn't stick around.
Yeah.
So you weren't here. You actually weren't here for your hearing. You admit that?
I was there less than a week later through the warrant, just like I am now.
Okay. Well, what caused you to be in jail now?
Probation violation at common police.
Okay, so this was actually was set for today for review of your case apparently.
I'm told he has something in common police court.
Probation violation.
It's set for this Wednesday.
So you haven't appeared in front of common police yet?
I go the 25th.
Who's your lawyer? Do you have a lawyer in common police?
Roger Smith.
You heard his name, he just came in the courtroom. Okay, so this is Casey Barker, apparently you're representing him in common pleas.
Yes, I am, Judge.
He has old cases here that he still is working on, fines it looks like.
With respect to the common police court, I think the consensus was he's going to serve time on those cases, so I don't know if that could wrap up the cases here. I'm just not familiar with the cases here either as well.
Well, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go a month out if he's still in the jail. So you're talking about county jail time?
Yes.
There will be a review April 20th. If you're in custody, I'll see you just like this on teleconference.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ohio versus Brianna Christian, case number CRA 26125. That's also Mr.
This is Mr. Morford's case. She was at Bethesda. She has a felony possession. She was given a signature bond with the condition that she go to inpatient treatment. My understanding is she was threatening to leave and calling people to come pick her up, like she had the right to leave. So I called and had her transported to the jail, which is where she is now. So, her bond was revoked, she was ordered arrested, she's back in jail. I don't know if you had a chance to talk with her, Mr. Morford, but
I have not, Your Honor.
I don't know what the state's position is, but she has a felony. A felony means you can go to prison. And she's acting like she can leave treatment whenever she wants. As I remember, she's got kids too.
She has 3 of them.
3 kids that she's not taking care of. Somebody else is. And I thought the whole goal was to get her clean so she could get back with her kids and start taking care of them and actually being a mother to her 3 kids. But she decided she wanted to leave treatment, that she got to call the shots, decide when she's going to leave. Well, that didn't work out too good. So why don't you talk to her in the best possible scenario? Maybe they want to just take it to the grand jury. She can go to common pleas and have the risk of going to prison. Or stay here with an ankle monitor, and if she screws up again, cuts the ankle monitor off, she will go to prison and not see her kids for probably 3 years. Or anybody else other than people in prison. Did your daddy actually come and get you? Hopefully he didn't show up.
He never showed up.
Okay, well, smart man. She's calling her daddy to come get her out of treatment.
I spoke with her mom. Her mom said that they'd been going through it since she was like 19 and that she needed the treatment just to kind of check on the kids to make sure that everything was done. And we've kind of assisted with the custody thing.
All right, your lawyer's going to talk to you, and I suggest you need to have a better attitude and beg to stay in treatment, or I'll just send you down to common pleas, and you can take the risk of going up with the big girls at prison. Is that what you want?
No, I'd rather finish the treatment.
Well, I'd say so.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've definitely learned my lesson.
Talk to your
In more
lawyer.
ways than I can take.
I'll have you back out once you talk to your lawyer.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Eddie Easton, case number CRB 23203, TRC 21269, TRC 17442, A, B, and C, and Dale Robinson is on deck.
All right, Eddie Eastep has several files. 17442 is an ODI conviction. He's actually finished it. 21269 was an ODI conviction. That's finished. 23203 is a drug trafficking. It's not finished. We still have stuff left to do. And it looks like you were here on a review hearing July 22nd, 24. My notes were you left court, so you got a warrant issued. So, Mr. Easton, do you admit or deny you left court without attending your hearing on July 22nd of 24?
Yeah, I left, I have to go to work.
Okay. Well, I'm going to order you to do a drug screen. Do a drug screen there at the jail, and then I'll deal with you after we get the results of the drug screen.
State of Ohio versus Dale Robinson at Lawrence County Jail, case number TRD 26149, TRD 26148. And Jeremy Swan is on deck.
Our video seized up. Okay, well, let's go on to what we can do here. We'll come back to the jail when they get that figured out.
The supervisor decided it wasn't enough.
State of Ohio versus Christopher Conwell here in court, case number CRB 2693.
Your Honor, Mr. Conwell was in TCC Crisis Center and is now at Mount Carmel in the hospital.
May I approach?
Yes.
And maybe this letter says that. Does that say that?
So he will come back to the counseling center once.
That's the plan, Your Honor.
So if we could just,
I think it was his mom that said 5 to 10 days. So if we said it maybe.
A couple weeks out.
Yeah, a couple weeks out.
So that's April April 3rd, are you available then?
Yes, that'll work.
Okay, next hearing will be April the 3rd. $10 for pre-trial.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Jesse Coon, case number CRB 25783.
Mr. Stratton's case, pre-trial, $10.
So what do you think? Your Honor, the state's going to amend this charge to a disorderly. The recommendation is going to be, joint recommendation is going to be a fine, cost, and then restitution of $395. I don't know how the state wants to handle that, if they're okay with just sentence today and let them pay restitution, or whether you want us to come back and work on paying restitution.
Well, we're okay with him taking some more time to gather up the restitution. And Your Honor, this is a case in which he had an incident at Wendy's and ended up breaking the glass in the door. And so attempted to get video showing what happened, and it ended up that the video had already been erased, and there was some conflicting evidence about what actually happened. He slammed the door shut, or did he punch the door? We don't know whether it was an accident or intentional, but the middle ground is the disorderly conduct, and we're most interested in the restitution.
How much is that?
$395.
And that's agreed to?
Yes.
Well, you want to just delay sentencing until he has the money? He'll have the money to do it?
I can pay it.
Yes.
I can go ahead and pay it.
Today?
You can pay it today?
Yeah, you can pay it today.
Okay. All right, so the state's moving to amend this to 291711. And is it an M4 or MM?
MM.
Paying today, we'll make it an
MM.
Yeah. Based upon what I'm being told, I won't pose a fine, I'll just order the court costs to be paid. All right.
And restitution of $395. So that would be a total. Well, there'll be some council fee too, right? So that would be $545 total, I believe.
Okay.
Can you pay that today or just the restitution?
Yeah, paid up all.
Okay. 545, then I won't put any probation or anything on it for defense. See the clerk?
And I'll be up. Zero. No review date since he's
No review, no probation since he's paying it today.
All right.
See the clerk to your right as you go out in the lobby.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Well, we don't pay it, then come back in.
State of Ohio, we call it jail, Lawrence County Jail.
sir, you're Dale Robinson. Can you hear me, Mr. Robinson?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm Judge Capper. This is your arraignment. You got a citation from the state, so as you never responded to, and that's why you got picked up on a warrant. It's, the state's filed something alleging that on January the 19th of this year, at 11:20 a.m. in Fayette Township, you were driving a vehicle without a driver's license. That's a what's called an unclassified misdemeanor, maximum penalty, 500 hours of community service, $1,000 fine. And so as you didn't show up for your arraignment hearing, which was set for January 23rd at 9 a.m. So apparently you got arrested on that.
Yes, sir.
So how do you plead to the charge of driving without a license?
Guilty.
Anything you want to tell me about it? Let me tell you what.
I'm just going back and forth to work. I have to work.
Okay, it looks like there was a one vehicle crash. You ran off.
Yeah.
You went off the side of the road.
Yes, sir.
And it doesn't look like anybody else's property was damaged but your own.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you killed the car.
How long you been in jail?
I just got called in here last night.
Okay.
I'm going to be outside and go to work tonight.
Where do you work?
Marco's Pizza and Iron.
And you still don't have a license?
I'm working on getting that. I'm trying to get all my information transferred to Ohio from West Virginia.
Okay. All right. Since you didn't show up, I'm going to have to give you more than I would if you would have shown up. So I'm going to give you a $150 fine.
Okay.
Order you to pay the court costs. Order you to do 18 hours of community service. So that's 3 days of community service. And I'll give you a review hearing of October the 2nd. So the way you could go back to jail on this, if you blow it off and don't pay the fine or court costs so they can do the community service, eventually on October 2nd, you'll get another warrant for not showing up.
Oh, no. I just totally forgot about the court date. I just got promoted in my job and I'm working double hours and it just slipped my mind.
Okay. Well, just take care of business, and if you have questions, you can look it up. You can call the clerk here at the court, Lawrence County Municipal Court, or look it up. You gotta do it.
Okay, so
October 2nd, so you got all spring and summer to get this done. If you don't get it done by then, you gotta come to court, explain why you didn't get it done. If you blow it off and don't show up, that's when you get a warrant.
yes, sir.
Okay? All right, don't be one of those people that goes back to jail.
All right, so I'll be released.
You're gonna be released. Unless you got something from another court. As far as I'm concerned, you're released.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Jeremy Swan, Lawrence County Jail, case number TRC 26467AD, CRB 26159. And Brianna Christian is on deck.
Sir, are you Jeremy Swan? Mr. Swan, can you hear me? Apparently he cannot. So if the officer's listening, I'm not.
I can't hear you now, this here.
Okay, now I'm getting you. Can you hear me, Mr. Swan?
Yes, sir, I can now.
Okay, good. All right, I'm Judge Capper. This is your arraignment. We're going to go over the charges filed against you. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything, but if you do say things, what you're saying is getting recorded. Your image and our conversation's all being recorded, so if you admit something, it should be used against you later by the state. You don't have to say anything. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed. If you can't afford one, to have bail, and to make the state of Ohio prove these charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yes, sir.
You've got a OVI charge is the most serious charge here. Case number is 26467A. The state of Ohio is alleged March the 16th at 4:56 p.m. And you were driving on
It was never proven. I mean, even the paramedics said that my pupils were dilated.
So this is, well, that's up to the state to prove it, but that's what they're alleging. It may not be true. They've got to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes, sir.
This is a first-degree misdemeanor, carries a maximum penalty of 6 months in jail, $1,075 fine, 3-year license suspension. There is a minimum on this, so if you get found guilty, I have to give you at least 3 days in a treatment program, $375 fine, and a 6-month license suspension. That's the minimum you're allowed to get. You're also charged with obstructing official business. At the same time, without the right to do so, you prevented, obstructed, or delayed a public official in performance of their duties or their official capacity. That is a second-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 90 days in jail, $750 fine. And then there's also a speeding offense. Well, it says you were driving at a speed which would not allow you to stop and ensure clear distance ahead. So that usually means you hit something or someone or another vehicle.
What it was is it was snow.
You don't need to explain to me because it'll come out the trial. Remember what I said? Whatever you say is on the record. So if you make a big long explanation and admit something, the prosecutor said right here, he can play it back to you later at your trial.
Okay.
So smart play is not to go through all that happened. Do you understand the charges?
Yes, sir.
How do you wish to plead to these charges?
Not guilty.
Do you want a lawyer appointed?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a job?
What's that?
Do you have a job?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I work for Asbestos Union, Local 207. Which I'd say I'm probably laid off by now. I haven't been working a week. So I'd say that they probably, yes, sir. I made roughly 80, 90,000.
Okay, well, if you're making that much, I'm not going to be able to appoint a lawyer for you because you're making too much money to get a court.
This year I've been laid off when I've worked. I haven't worked hardly any this year. I was going back to work about 7 days ago. I got to work 2 days and then I got in this accident. And and yes, I'm sure that I probably got laid off the job they put me on.
Do you have any money saved? Do you have money saved? Do you have a bank account with money in it?
Yes, sir.
Do you own any real estate?
No.
You rent?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Stratton, I'll appoint you to represent Mr. Swan. I'm entering a not guilty plea for you. State's position on bond. I've got an address of Thurman, Ohio. What county is that in?
It's not in Scioto, is it? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I've got an address for you of Thurman, Ohio. Is that correct, sir, or you live someplace else?
No, say that again?
Where do you live? What's your address?
I live at 138 Pine Street, apartment 10, Thurman, Ohio.
Okay. Where's Thurman?
Rio Grande.
Okay, Gallia County then?
Yeah.
State's position on bond.
Well, first, Your Honor, I wanted to make a motion to dismiss the obstructing charge under 26-159. I got a message from the trooper this morning, and apparently they talked it over after the fact and decided that it wasn't appropriate. So we're going to move to nollie that charge. As far as the rest
so
of it,
Mr. Swan, the state's dismissing the obstructing official business charge, so you don't have to face it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, we're not opposed to it, no, we're not.
I'm gonna let you sign a signature bond, $1,000, so that's a promise for you to come to court as you're ordered to. If you don't show up, then you gotta pay the $1,000 and you get a warrant for your arrest.
I'll show up.
So you gotta come, the court's not there, you're in Ironton, the court you're gonna come to is in Chesapeake on County Road 1. I don't know if you're.
County Road 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
County Road 1, close to the Huntington Bridge, about a mile and a half from the Huntington Bridge in Chesapeake on that same road that you turn off of. So you gotta get to court. You got a lawyer now. He probably wants contact information.
I got a phone number, John.
You have a phone number where you can be reached by your lawyer.
Yeah, yes, sir.
You want to give that to him?
It's 740-979-0351.
Okay. And now we're going to pick a date to come back. So I'm looking at, it'll be the 13th, well, really the 13th or after we work for April.
The 13th is not good for me, and the 27th is not, so any other day in April.
Okay, let's do the 17th.
Okay.
Okay, so Mr. Swan, I'm saying your next hearing for April 17th.
April 17th.
Yes, sir.
What time?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
April 17th, you can always call the court if you can't figure out. It's Lawrence County Municipal Court.
Lawrence County Municipal Court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Be here then, April 17th, 10 o'clock. You'll get released later, in a few minutes when we get the paperwork done. You'll get released.
State of Ohio recalls Brianna Christian at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CR 26135.
Okay, Brianna Christian is a recall. Mr. Morford is the lawyer. Mr. Morford.
Judge, I've had a chance to talk with her. She's indicated a desire to continue with treatment. She has a plan designed to restore her to sobriety and reunite her with her 3 children.
Okay, I think she needs to have an ankle monitor now.
Yes.
That's fine.
Okay. Is the state agreeable with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so let me explain to you what happens now that you get an ankle monitor, because the ankle monitors are so good now, they can come within 10 feet of you. Take off, but you got an ankle monitor on. They know exactly where you are at all times. Okay, so the only way you can escape is to cut the ankle monitor off, which is really hard to do. Okay.
I don't plan on trying to escape or run or
Just listen.
anything. I've got kids, so I gotta go home to take care of.
Just listen. You don't need to say anything. Nobody yet has said, I'm gonna cut my ankle monitor off yet. I've given this speech several times. Nobody has yet said, Judge, I'm gonna cut that ankle monitor off. But I've had people cut the ankle monitor off, and you know where they all went? To prison. It's a guaranteed trip to prison if you cut your ankle monitor off. And it won't even be my decision, because you will immediately leave this court and go to the common police court, the felony court, because they're the ones that control the ankle monitors, and they get really mad when people cut the ankle monitors off. And they try to make an example of people that cut the ankle monitors off. And the way they make examples out of them is they send them to prison for 3 years for cutting the ankle monitor off. Am I lying, or am I telling her the truth?
That's the absolute truth, Judge.
So, calling your mom, calling your dad, calling your 7th grade math teacher isn't going to get you out of this. It's not like, well, I don't really want to do it anymore, so I'm going to do it, I've got a different plan. You're going to go to prison. That's going to be the plan if you cut your ankle monitor off. So what you got to do is take this and grind it out and get clean and and get back with your kids and be the woman and mother that you need to be to those kids. There's gonna be some tough times where you're not gonna wanna do it. You're gonna crave the stuff that you used to do, but you gotta get over it and put that behind you. You gotta do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Not just for yourself, but for them.
Yeah.
And for your mom and dad. Your mom and dad are taking care of your kids?
Yeah, I gave them temporary guardianship of them until I finished the program.
Okay, how old are you?
8, 5, and 2.
How old are you?
I just turned 30.
Okay, it's time to grow up. Past time. It's way past time to grow up, but at this age, 30 is, we treat 30-year-olds like they're 15. But it's time for you to act like a 30-year-old from 50 years ago. Act like a grown woman. You are a grown woman. Start acting like it. So I'm going to release you to Bethesda with an ankle monitor. Now, you can't go to the ankle monitor to get placed, and I don't know when that'll happen. Maybe today, maybe Monday. I can't guarantee it'll happen today. So you're in jail. Whose fault is it that you're in jail?
Mine.
Absolutely.
I take full accountability for my actions.
So no more acting out, no more barking out orders to the people at the staff at the treatment facility, telling them what you're going to do and what they're going to do. You're going to do what they say. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll set another hearing for you. She was set for Monday. Let's just keep it on for Monday so Judge Permeans can make sure you get where you need to go. And then, okay, good luck. Do what you need to do to get clean. That's the whole purpose of this.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we have one recall left to jail, but we're not ready for that yet.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Christopher McAllister, case number CRA 2720, CRB 2721, CRB 18596, CRD 202375. Set for arraignment, Your Honor.
Christopher McAllister. Pass.
State of Ohio versus Kyle Maynard, B 24478.
Is that Shawnee?
Yes. I think Shawnee has been great for him.
So how things gone since?
Good. He's doing well.
Okay. Well, that's what I want to hear. And you are capable, have done this, so let's keep it up. I've given you the pep talk I gave to the last lady many times, so I don't need to tell you what you need to do.
Yes, sir.
You're capable of doing it. You have done it. You got to do it consistently from now on.
Yes, sir.
So, anything, Mr. Stratton? Okay.
No, Your Honor.
April 20th?
April 20th work.
April 20th will be the next hearing. Okay, good job. Keep it up.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thanks, sir.
State of Ohio versus Veronica Howard, case number TRB 202375, CRB 21. Set for arraignment, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, you're Veronica Howard.
Yes, sir.
You missed a hearing way back in November of 22, is that right?
Yes, sir.
It was a sentencing hearing on some prior cases. It looks like it's one's just the no operators. You have fines and community service to do. The other was an assault charge, and you paid part of it, and part of it's still owed. some of that was restitution, that was what was owed.
Yes, sir.
So what caused you to come in? Because, yeah,
I'm trying to
I take it
change.
you didn't get arrested, right?
No, sir. I'm here today to get myself together again.
Okay,
I've got something for you.
okay. Bailiff will come to you. Well, I'm all about people getting themselves together, getting another chance at doing that.
Your Honor, I also gave my life to the Lord too, so
Okay?
I'm here to get everything straightened out today.
That's a report that you're doing medically assisted treatment, so that's good, I applaud that. So here's what we got. So we got fines and costs, and you got some community service you need to do. So I'll withdraw the warrant since you came in on your own, give you another review hearing date, and you gotta get out here, you've got 5 days of community service to do. You can do it any day but Sunday or a holiday here at the court. You're living locally, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when can you come out and do some community service? Tomorrow would be a good day.
I'll be here tomorrow.
Okay. It's gonna be nice tomorrow. It'll be a nice day to be out,
Yes, sir.
cleaning up the community a little bit. So, Mr. Cooper will be looking for you. I'm gonna set your next review hearing. I'm gonna make it May 1st. May 1st will be your next review hearing at 9 o'clock, or withdrawing the warrant that you had. Congratulations on, I'd say, your repentance, let's put it that way. You've repented of your wayward ways, and now you're going the opposite direction, so
Yes, sir.
good. We'll see you on May the 1st, get this stuff done, and we'll come to these hearings.
Amen. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Your Honor,
Yes,
what time in the morning?
7:30.
7:30.
7:30, on the west side of the building.
State of Ohio versus Brandon Scragg, case number CRB 21524, PRC 2715.
Mr. Strack's case, pre-trial. Getting the job. Congratulations.
Yeah, I started working yesterday.
Okay, good. Where's that?
My cousin's construction company.
Okay. All right, it's a good report. I think we just need to keep following him. I mean, we're kind of totally still in this, right?
Yes, Your Honor. It's, he's already, we've already taken a plea on it, so it just needs to be sent for sensing. Bless you.
Okay. All right, let's keep monitoring. And we'll do that eventually. April 20th will be the next hearing. I know I've already said you something on the 20th.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, good job.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Heather Simpkins, case number CRB 2654.
It's Mr. Stratton's case. for an assessment, I believe.
Yes, so how did I put it? You're, okay. So she did get the assessment done.
She did get the assessment done.
You're good. Atlantic Ocean. So she got the assessment done at Atlantic Ocean, Your Honor?
Do we have a written report or anything?
I do not.
Okay. You want to give me an oral?
She came for the assessment. I think she was supposed to do outpatient, and she hasn't been back since. She was intensive outpatient 2.1, which is 5 days of group, and she hasn't been back. And I've tried reaching out multiple times I couldn't get a hold of her.
I think there's a transportation issue, correct?
Yeah, I don't have transportation.
She doesn't have transportation, so.
Where do you live?
Scotttown.
Okay.
They've got like that castle.
RRS can transport, or that will get you a place right here in Chesapeake that'll transport you.
So you want her to do an assessment with the RRS and?
Yeah, Jeremy, we'll talk to her, get her set up.
You want to come back sooner than later?
Yes, what's your bad dates in April?
The 13th and 27th.
Let's do the 10th. Okay, thank you for that report. I'm going to refer to RRS, where she can be transported. Next hearing, April 10th, 10 o'clock. See Jeremy before you leave.
The guy right there in the black shirt. Right, you're good.
Next we'll have John T. Wells, case number CRB 24444.
Gentlemen, this is Mr. Schreck's case. Pre-trial.
Who is this?
John Wellman. Yes.
Just read this first.
She was here last year. We're just here to check on council because it's just finally got last
So we've been at this for a while, Your Honor. Actually, that's a pretty decent report, I think.
Yeah. What's the state's position on this? Was this a family issue, or?
This was paramours residing together, and complicated by the fact that Ms. Gibson, the alleged victim, didn't have anywhere else to go, and she intended to keep living with him. We actually had it scheduled for a trial one day, and we came in for the trial, and I think Mr. Gibson at that time decided that he would be okay with going ahead and trying to do the treatment. And if Your Honor will recall, we even had a discussion with Ms. Gibson about her taking part also, and she had some suspicions about that because she was afraid that that was going to cause her to be looked at as a defendant in this. Yeah, and she didn't want to feel forced to do it, but I think, well, anyway, I don't know what's happened since then with respect to her, but I'm not sure that I would characterize this as a good report.
Well, it's THC is the only thing,
Yeah.
he has a prescription for it. They don't really recognize that, but is Miss Gibson still
Yeah.
she's still living with you?
Yeah.
Is she here today?
No. No. No, we've worked out the arrangements and everything's been pretty peaceful. I've been having a lot of health problems.
I mean, you want her to still live with you? Or?
Well, yeah, she's been kind of helping me with that too.
Okay.
So
Why
I
don't we
guess,
see what she says, if she was okay with it getting dismissed now?
well,
You can call.
so I guess the sporadic attendance had to do with the fact that he had a medical issue.
He had some kind of heart
Correct.
issue, it looks like.
So I think what we'd like to do, Your Honor, is just follow up for another month or so, and we'll try to have Ms. Gibson here the next time, and maybe we can dismiss it then.
Why don't you suggest that she comes with you then next time, Mr. Rowland?
Well, I've been having vehicle problems, that's what I was just telling Jeremy, or she would have been with me today.
Okay.
I've got 3 vehicles and all of them's down right now.
Does she have a vehicle?
No.
Okay. She
Well,
relies on
hers
you.
is broke down too.
Okay.
I have 2 and she has.
Yes.
April 20th will be the next hearing.
And if you need to make arrangements with your girlfriend, call me and your name, we'll figure something out for you.
Okay. There you go, you're good, John. One more time, man. All right.
State of Ohio versus Paul Blankenship, case number PRC 252499 and CRB 2516. Paul Blankenship.
All the time trying to squeeze it out.
It's Mr. Morford's case, pretrial. Any word from Mr. Blankenship?
No, Your Honor.
He had been brighter days. I had some reports from him.
That's the last I heard was a report from Brighter Days.
Okay, wish you weren't for not hearing today.
State of Ohio versus David Campbell, case number CRB 25378.
Okay, I've got a report from the VA that appears to be positive. How's the state want to proceed on this one?
Yeah, they dropped it. They were. They dropped back here.
See that, do we have the latest report from the VA here?
Yes.
It was just the VA that wanted me to continue housing till today. She was okay for it to dismiss us. She's
All right. Well, it sounds like he's been doing exactly what we were hoping he would do, and hopefully he's getting some benefit out of it.
Yes.
He needs to get his dog certified as an emotional support animal. Does the dog have to take a test or something? To prove that he-
I have no idea, I gotta look into it.
I believe our victim said before, but tell me something, Jasmine.
Yeah, it said that last time we were here, she was okay for it to be dismissed It was the VA that wanted to.
All right, so our victim was okay with the dismissal even the last time we were here. So if the court's satisfied, then so are we.
All right, it'll be not, this means dismiss her.
All right.
Good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
And so,
Am I good to go?
Yes.
All right.
what do we do?
State of Ohio versus Sean Williams, case number CRB 2650, A and B, CRB 25784, A and B.
My notes from Mr. Williams, you were going to hire an attorney, have you done so?
No, sir. We just lost my dad a couple weeks ago, so I barely even got out of bed the last 2 weeks.
So are you asking for a court-appointed attorney now, or what?
Yes, sir.
Are you working? You have no income?
Not right now. Yeah, pretty much lost my job because I made a choice to go see my dad before he died.
Okay, Mr. Morford, I'll appoint you to represent Mr. Williams. There are two files. One's a 26 case number, and one's a 25. Are you available the 13th of April, Mr. Williams?
Yes, Judge.
Your Honor, I didn't hear everything he said, but, and of course, we offer condolences about his father, and we knew that the last time that he was in that kind of condition. But I think there was a discussion about him going to OVP, so I didn't know.
Yeah, I gotta reschedule that.
Okay.
That and go get fingerprinted still.
You need to get that done.
There's a representative from OVP here today, and speak to him in a minute.
I just gotta reschedule my appointment, so.
April 13th.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Christopher Runyon, case number CRA 2676, CRB 2677. Set for preliminary hearing.
Mr. Morford's case, Christopher Runyon. He was at RRS.
Okay, thank you. Can't get a hold of me, that's my mom's number.
Okay. Good enough, thank you.
He was on silent. He was on silent, to avoid telling my curse.
Okay. We'll get through to you. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Good much.
Christopher Runyon was here, but I think he walked out to his car.
Okay, we'll recall it.
Thank you, sir.
State of Ohio versus Paul Wilds, case number CRA 25354, A and B.
It's Mr. Morford's case, preliminary hearing on pre-trial. It's supposed to be amended reads.
I am.
He is.
I actually have I was supposed to meet with Courtney at noon, that's why I was trying to see how long, if I was gonna make it, I wanted to call her and let her know it'll be late or whatever.
You have any kind of report with you? Did they give you a report?
No, they didn't, but I can get one for you. I have to have to meet with Courtney and take a urine screen this afternoon. And I just done 2 groups last night, so.
Mr. Hill?
Well, I think that's appropriate for him to keep going, and I think maybe he'll have time to make his appointment if he's able to get out of here.
Okay, let's come back in April 13th. I just scheduled something this week.
Good.
Thank you, sir.
April 13th, give me a report though. Tell me we need a report for court.
I definitely will. That would be on a Friday.
That's a Monday.
Oh, it's a Monday, okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
State of Ohio, this was Kerry McCoy, case number CRA 25725, CRB 24227. Your Honor, I would ask to mark this as a motion here.
This is Mr. Morford's case.
Your Honor, she was discharged from Land of Goshen and referred to us on March 5th.
Okay, what's the state's position on this? She left Land of Goshen and now she's at Hope Source. It's my understanding she's required by Wayne County Circuit Court to also do treatment. So the Judge Young, I saw him this morning.
I didn't know I was ordered to treatment in Wayne County. I just was out on one. I told them I was in treatment, but I didn't know I was court ordered. That's news to me.
Well, I don't know that either. I was assuming that you were court ordered.
Yeah. I mean, I have no excuse, but my 9-year-old daughter passed away 42 days ago unexpectedly, and I was a little emotional, and I take full responsibility for that.
I guess our feeling about this is that she's at least continued to seek treatment, and she's back in a program and trying to do what she can, and we want her to continue doing that. She's been at it for quite a long time, and this started out as a theft case from Walmart, and probably lucky for her that she got caught so that she could get the help that she's able to get.
That's very true.
Well, I had her scheduled for April the 10th as the next hearing on the docket, so I think we should just keep that. But I'll let you continue to go to Hub Source, see you back on April 10th, and we'll reassess things then and see how you're doing. So you're running out of, when you've been through several programs, you're running out of options.
I attend this to be my last week, and I'm also talking about doing outpatient with them when I get done, so.
Okay. Do what you need to do to get good reports.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Raymond Jenkins, case number CRA 25786.
Mr. Smith's case.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
Okay, we're expecting to dismiss it. There's no further problems. Is that your recollection?
Mr. Jenkins is at United Family Recovery.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what we talked about, but,
The costs have been paid.
That was my note, Judge, was, this was December 19th, we'd agreed after 90 days, no further issues. I spoke with Jasmine, I don't believe there's been any issues.
and that part's correct, and,
Already paid the cost.
I don't know if treatment was ever part of this or ever talked about. But, so I mean, if it wasn't ordered and he was doing it on his own, I think good for him.
Did you want to do this treatment?
But, I think as far as what we expected, he's fulfilled that.
Okay, so the case will be no.
I got you, okay.
State of Ohio versus Crystal Lucas, case number CRA 25366, CRB 2658, CRB 20691.
Okay, this is Mr. Smith's case. She likewise has a felony conviction.
Where are you now? So that was mine.
Well, I think felony, that would be the others would stay here, unless she wants to resolve things.
I'm going to continue treatment. I said that it's the grand jury, it's a felony. I don't know what to do. Just quit treatment.
No, it's from the same, it's after she.
Judge, she's clearly left Bethesda. She tried to get another program. Have you talked to him, did Reeds, or?
I did, GCC told me that he would be willing to take me.
Oh,
you know,
okay. Well, that's,
He said, have you speak with him?
that's a start, but it's way up to the judge.
She's just not.
The judge, she has talked to them from TCC. She indicates they would want to tag her if the court's agreeable. I prefer that because the state.
She's got an OVI, no, I'm sorry, she's got 2 misdemeanor criminal charges.
Yeah, I'm willing to continue treatment, but I wanted to see about either going to Ministries or TCC.
Well, she knows that.
She had possession of a drug abuse instrument.
Because remember some of the lines were.
That's from this year.
She's also the young lady we had to have in the hospital that had to have the ankle monitor. Do what?
This is the hospital quite a bit.
That we had to have the ankle monitor removed because of severe health problems.
Like, we know these.
Yeah, she has a case from 2020 that's still pending possession of drug paraphernalia.
But she won't know she can.
An OVI too.
Well, I thought there was an OVI, but I'm not seeing the.
It's a 20 case, and I don't have the number, but it's out there.
Let's see, let's pull that up. You're an OVI in 20.
An OVI about 6 years ago.
Probably around the same time as the other one. No.
We can come back.
It's a drive short.
Oh, no, no, no.
Possession of 44. Got an OVI pending. Got a bunch of cases pending.
Yeah.
She
And I don't know how that would affect, Your Honor, felony going, would those cases stay here with the state, would those be?
Well, I think the condition was, I had set her bond at 7,500, but I let her go on an OR bond.
You did.
And I returned myself today.
I'm gonna put you back in custody with a $7,500 cash and surety bond. And put you back on the docket for Monday, and we'll see how, we can maybe look for a place for you to go then.
I'll speak with TCC, Judge. Until you spoke with
Set the next hearing for
Yeah.
March 23rd. She's remanded into custody.
I'll speak with TCC. Thank you.
That is true, she did leave.
She's
With a
sa-
$7,500 cash and surety bond.
she's stating now that she was willing to come back.
I'll go back with Taylor.
I'll consider it at the end of the docket. You're in custody right now.
Any of the items other than the few they found in the budget. They don't think she's going to reimburse it.
State of Ohio versus Eddie Eastep on a recall of Lawrence County Jail. Case number CRB 3.
Okay, Mr. Reestep, you're positive for cocaine, morphine, and THC. So,
Yeah, I told her she wanted to.
Can you hear me?
Because she's like, she's like.
Eddie Eastep.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're not done by any stretch. As part of your original sentence was to get treated and it's so dirty.
Well, punch out something, give it to me.
Where do you live now, sir? Mr. Eastep, where do you live?
Yeah, I'm here.
Where do you live?
South Point.
You need two, and two.
630 County Road 60?
Items out.
Yeah.
Okay, same address as before.
Do what?
Said that's the same address you had back in
Yes.
23?
Yeah, I'm in the same place. I ain't moved.
Okay. Do you have a medical card?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have somebody call down to the jail and talk to you about treatment. And then I'll have you back out after that, had that conversation.
Okey-dokey.
State of Ohio versus Marcus Siders here at the court. CRA 26, 124 A and B.
This is Mr. Smith's case.
Due into this, Judge, I'd ask for a comeback date that works with the courts. Due into this, Judge, I'd ask for a comeback date that works with the courts docket. The only, in April, May the 8th and 15th are bad.
First, May 1st.
First is perfect.
May 1st will be the next one. I'm hearing May 1st. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Keep it up.
Thanks, sir.
State of Ohio v. Florence Calderon, case number CRA 23-522 A and B, PRC 19-170, PRC 23-1067 A and B, CRB 16-411.
Mr. Stratton's case.
Your hometown, right?
The outpatient program, yes.
Yeah. Anybody here from hometown?
From where?
She went in the back, I think.
Oh, okay.
An assessment.
All right.
Should be good.
We'll recall.
Okay, yeah, we'll recall. No, yeah, just have some.
State of Ohio v. Charles Smith IV, case number CRA 26-121, CRA 26-155.
Mr. Stratton's case, Charles Smith, he's at RRS. Yes, and it looks like he's got a case he needs to be arraigned on too.
Oh, okay.
It's 26-155. You want to come up and get a copy?
Oh, yeah.
Summons and complaint.
Your Honor, recognize receipt of the complaint and plead not guilty to the charge of possession.
Yeah. So you'll be appointed.
And ask this be set for a prelim. We'll waive time so he can go through treatment. I mean, this is a felony possession case also that we're currently dealing with, so.
I haven't had a chance to look at the report we just got. That's a good report. Yeah, let's see, what's the date on that? This is fairly recent. I mean, this charge originates March 3rd. When did he start treatment? He's alleging that he was in possession of fentanyl-related compound on March the 3rd of this year.
Yeah, you got to end that one, anything with us. We pick a new the very first charge.
Your Honor, I don't have dates clear in my head at the moment as to. The one we're set today.
Well, I don't know which one. We got two different. One was filed on March 5th and one was filed on March 18th. You can look at both of them. Well, I mean, it's just a possession charge. They both occurred on the same day.
Yeah, they're both the same date. They're both the same date in here, Your Honor.
Okay.
So he's at RRS, Your Honor. They both appear to happen on the same date, just rained on different dates, so I just asked that we continue. See how he does at RRS.
What were your bad days next time?
April is the 13th and the 27th.
Um, 20th?
Yes. You're good there? I'm good. Yeah.
State of Ohio versus Dora Atkins, case number TRC 26-5, A, B, and C.
Track's case, this is the one that was set for trial. Right?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, she's on some medication that's provided by her primary care physician. She is in agreement with getting a mental health assessment that the prosecutor has asked for, and follow those recommendations. And then, as we spoke at back in chambers, that this would, if she does those recommendations, this most likely will be dismissed, and that she'll have to probably, there's a couple other small traffic matters that she'll take care of, but the OVI will be dismissed if she follows those recommendations.
Yes, Your Honor, during my very thorough review of all the evidence, it really, I came to the conclusion that what we really want to do is make sure that she's okay. And she said during the traffic stop that she explained that she's on various medications and whatnot, and had suffered maybe some trauma that was weighing on her at that time and might have had an impact on what made it look to the troopers like she might be impaired. But it was never really, I think, fully determined by the troopers that she was. But I mean, we would have a trial if it came to that. But what we'd rather do is just make sure she's okay. And it seemed to me like some of the medications that she was on would require maybe a little bit of mental health treatment anyway. Or in other words, a mental health professional that was prescribing the medications. And we'd just like to get a report to see what's going on there, make sure she's all right.
Is there some place specific the court would like her to get an assessment done at?
She's a private physician, she probably has private insurance too, doesn't she?
Right, you have private insurance?
Yeah, mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get.
So I'll let her select, because
Okay.
That won't be a problem.
Right.
some of the ones that we use don't necessarily take private insurance.
Okay.
May 1st is the next one.
Yeah, that'll work. May 1st.
May 1st for the pre-trial.
All right. So just get that done, and then just make sure we have a.
State of Ohio versus Matthew Grizzly, case number CRA 2510.
Mr. Grizzly, have you hired a lawyer?
No, I was going to ask you for a little more time. The counsel that I was trying to acquire, we had a miscommunication, so I'm going to have to get somebody else.
Mr. Hewitt?
We're okay with that, Your Honor. We would need a time waiver.
How much time do you think you need, sir?
A couple weeks, if that.
Let's do April 13th.
It's fine.
April 13th will be your next hearing at 10 o'clock, and you'll need to sign the time waiver of the prosecutor.
State of Ohio versus Toby Mullins, case number TRC 252792, TRC 252776.
Hey, Toby. What's going on, man? Morning, going well? Huh? Everything going well? Yes, sir. Just a small.
Oh.
Report on, so.
Where are we on?
This is set for sentencing.
Okay, so there's been pleas on these?
Yes.
Okay. Are we ready to do that, or you want more time and counseling?
It's up to the court.
Well, let's see, I didn't have a chance to look at the report yet. Make sure those are yours. Well, we're okay if there's a sentencing today, in your honor. This involves, first charge was an OVUAC back in October of last year. And then shortly thereafter, it's an OVI. So we had some concerns about his well-being, especially since he's not very old. We want him to continue in the treatment. So if he were to be sentenced today, we would ask that he, instead of being incarcerated, that he would get a suspended jail sentence in order to continue and complete his treatment successfully.
Now, it looks like on one of these, the 2792, there was a crash report. It looks like it was a single vehicle crash, but there's probably some DOT property or something about a sign being damaged or knocked down, it looks like. I don't think any private citizen had any property damage that I can see. There was a report of insurance on the crash report. And the report actually says the owner of the roadway signs Ohio Department of Transportation, so I don't know if the state's satisfied with that or need to check into it further.
The state's satisfied with that, Your Honor.
Okay. let's go ahead and do sentencing. See, that one was November 1st. The other one was,
It was October 30th.
no, really close. October 30th was underage consumption. Okay, so let's start with that one. It was the first account, 25/27/76. Anything council or Mr. Mullins want to say before I do the sentencing?
Your Honor, I just want you to consider his treatment and how well he has done, and just ask for minimums on everything.
Okay, so on the first offense of the operating age, I'll give a $39 fine. That's what his BAC score was. So I'll give him a $39 fine, court costs. Suspension.
Is that effective today?
Well, it should have been automatic, I think. It should have started the day of the offense. Since he took the test and it was over the limit. Review hearing October 2nd. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to monitor it anymore. Then on 25/27/2A, I'll impose a $400 fine. Court costs, we get a 6-month license suspension. And that starts today. $20 days in jail suspended to 5 days community service, 2 years level 4 probation. You have to go to the debt school driver intervention program. I'll set the same review date, October 2nd. He needs to see Mr. Major in probation.
Okay.
Your Honor, we have a day or two control.
$20 fine.
She doesn't have any receipts, no appraisal values. She's 67. She's 62. Oh my God. Which is not, it's close to me.
You'll see him. Probation, right, go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You are.
I told her, I mean, she was doing something. She's like, honey, I can't get it.
least we can prove it was stolen from
Yeah, I mean, that's all. These are all junk tickets.
But when was that? When was this printed? Well, this is started in 25, or,
Let's see the dates. May 29th, 25 when she filled out. May 29th, she went straight to the phone job. So that's from a year ago almost.
so,
Here's the thing, this girl is never gonna pay it.
I know. Well, you're the one that's gonna do
Well, I hate restitution, because I never pay it and I don't complain.
State of Ohio versus April Seabock. It's number TRC 25-1892.
person can take restitution.
Set for sentencing, is Mr. Smith's case.
Anyways, Judge, may I approach?
Yes.
Again, it's not.
It's not gonna matter, she don't have a job.
But at least it's, everything's on there shouldn't have been, but it is.
I hate restitution. Yeah, I mean, I don't have choices. You guys get a case number, please?
Case number is 25-1892. Ready to do sentencing?
I believe so, Judge. This is an August 25 arrest. She immediately enrolled in outpatient. She's been there since August 25th. You've seen the letter. She's done everything that's been asked. She does have, I think, some fines or costs maybe in Ironton Municipal Court, but
Yeah,
I
I'm
got
making payments.
a letter from her probation officer. I think she's ready to be sentenced, Judge. She's done what we asked of her.
Okay. And this was the first offense.
First offense and also a speeding ticket, I think, was the probable cause for the stop.
25-1892.
I have a question on the case, but go ahead.
Okay. Anything you want to say, ma'am, before I send you?
I mean, it was an eye-opener for sure. I've learned my lesson, you know. I feel like somebody was watching over me. I needed a little push to push me ahead, you know. I work every day. I do always caring as a caregiver. I also do DoorDash and Instacart. So
Okay.
I plan on continuing counseling. I know they have to discharge me, but I am going to make an appointment to continue counseling there. And I also have a number to do some classes to get points taken off my license.
Okay, that's a good idea. I'll give you the minimum fine, $375, or you pay the court costs, 6-month license suspension, and that starts now.
I had to do a 6-month license suspension.
Because you were under automatic license suspension at the time.
Why wouldn't they do this months ago?
They couldn't. You were not under an automatic license suspension.
I'll give you privileges to drive to work, community service.
I know, but then mine and my son's vacation is scheduled for July 5th through the 12th for family vacation. So now, like, what? We can't go now because, I mean, this was set months ago and I've did everything, like.
Well, that's a mandatory part of the sentences. You have to get a license suspension. You haven't had one yet. You ever been under a license suspension?
I mean, they can't lower the suspension any?
All the legislature, they make the rules. How old's your son?
He's 12, about to turn 13 in May.
Your review hearing will be October 2nd. Now, if you can afford the blow and go, you can have unlimited driving privileges, but that's the only way I can give you unlimited driving privileges. You have to have that placed on your vehicle.
And how much?
You gotta have limited driving privileges.
How much is that?
I think it's about $1,200.
I believe that's correct, Judge. I just had a lady was on. It's in that ballpark for sure.
I mean, the blow and go, I mean, this wasn't even for alcohol.
Well, then I can't give you the blow and go if it wasn't for alcohol. But I can only give you the blow and go if it was alcohol. If it wasn't alcohol, what was in her test?
Methamphetamine, amphetamine, and
THC.
And THC, Judge.
Okay, then you're right, you can't get the blow and go. Then. You can only get the blow and go if that was the basis of your stop was alcohol. So,
I just don't understand why this had to be continued.
I'm telling you what the law is. You arguing with me is not going to change the law. The legislature sets the law and they set a minimum requirement for sentencing, and I'm giving you the minimum. I can't go lower than the minimum. And whose fault is it you're getting the minimums? Whose fault is it?
It's mine.
It is. It's your fault. You're going 81 miles an hour in a 55 zone, and you're under the influence. So whose fault is it that you wind up in court?
Mine.
Absolutely. Going 81 on US 52 is not a good idea. I could use some other private, but I won't. And whose fault is it that you get caught when you're going 81 miles an hour on US 52?
Mine.
Just about anyone, if I stopped 10 people going down the street and said, is it a good idea to do 81 miles an hour on US 52? What's going to happen to you? Because what's it known for? What's it known for?
I don't know. I'm not.
You don't know? State troopers. It's your fault that you're here, not my fault. I can't change the law. I'm giving you the minimums. I'm giving you the best deal I can give you because you did the treatment. Okay, I'm giving you a $100 fine on your speed because that was totally unreasonable. And there's consequences for your actions. Okay, that's everything. You guys see Mr. Major in probation.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You are. Yeah.
This person Mullins case is 24, let me pull it up for you.
State of Ohio recalls Erica Williams, case number CRB 2695. Erica Williams.
I've got Mr. Snyder as the lawyer on this. Well, it was a review. Erica Williams, she's not here. that there should be a warrant issued, so you're
State of Ohio recalls Christopher McAllister.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're a week late. My notes then, did you go to treatment
Yep.
at OVP?
Yes.
Do we have a report? My notes was inpatient, there's no improvement. Well, then you didn't show up on March 13th.
I was sick. I mean,
I don't have any reports or anything for him, Your Honor.
Okay, into custody then. We're going into custody.
I was just there Wednesday.
State of Ohio versus Christopher Runyon, case number CRB.
This is RRS, Mr. Morford's the lawyer, it's preliminary hearing.
Those paperwork and stuff. Brad. I did a group is more, or I did a I don't know what happened that week. That may have been.
Well, I'd like to know how.
Maybe it's where I started there. I think that's what it was. I started late in the week.
How's he doing in treatment? Do we have a report?
Yeah, I already gave you a report.
I've got one dated March 19th.
Okay.
You don't have another one, do you? I don't know when they call you the first time. I gave 3 copies of it. This page got here.
As I'm reading this, the only appropriate he had was the last one, is that right?
Yesterday. It took about,
And that's assuming we're allowing methadone, which he was taking that before he came here.
he has prescribed that, yes. It took about 2 weeks, 3 days, 2 days to get it out of my system. Yeah, I think so. That's about right. That stuff's
Okay, so let's continue to come back sooner because of those tests. And how about 2 weeks would be April 3rd. Let's come back April 3rd to see where we are.
Thanks, Your Honor.
Come back with some good tests.
All right, thank you.
Come back with good report.
Yes, sir.
State of Ohio versus Angela Spurlock, case number CRB 181337, CRB 181297, CRB 18558, CRB 15618.
Coach, she says too.
Okay, she was supposed to be here on Monday.
I called his office.
Okay.
And so, that sounds terrible when you read all them numbers off where I used to be in trouble all the time. And then I'm like, gosh.
Well, the good thing is there's not any, 2018 was a rough year.
Yeah, and also I just told
But
you.
you haven't had anything since then, so that's
No,
good.
my granddaughter tore my community service paper up, so I'm gonna go back to what I've done, have them refilled out. I'm done with what you ordered me to do, and now I'm just gonna work on the, like, doing it to help knock up my fines. So, I'm done with that. I'll have it next time I can bring it, or I can bring it sooner if you need me to, once they fill it out for me.
Okay. Are you paying anything on your fines today?
Not today, Your Honor, it's been kinda rough, but I can next time, for sure. It may be sooner, but, be definite for sure next time.
Well, you still got some community service to do too, so.
Well, I think when I get all this done, here filled out, I'm pretty sure I'm done with that. I think I had 10 days left maybe. But I want Yeah, that's what I was telling him. I told Wolf, I said, I got all the extra service done. The rest now is for my fines. But when I bring the paper in, we can figure that out, make sure.
April 20th is your next hearing,
Okay, thank you so much.
9 o'clock.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you, Judge.
Oh, it'll be a sen- Yeah, she has a bond up.
Thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Lawrence Calderon, case number CRA 23522 A and B, CRC 19170.
He's at hometown.
Yes.
Got a report. Okay, so he's going to a different level now, or? Okay. Lesser, lesser level, sounds like.
Okay.
So that's good.
Thank you, sir.
April 20th.
Yes, Your Honor, that sounds
April
good.
20th will be the next year.
April 20th.
Your Honor, we've got an OVI that looks like it's still pending. I don't think he's entered a guilty plea to it.
What?
What?
The known OVI,
I don't think so.
23-1067.
Oh, there's a 23-1067, is that the one you're talking about?
Yes.
23-1067, I don't have a judgment entry on that, so.
From when?
That was August 8th of 2023 with a refusal, and it looks like it's a second offense.
So we need to reckon with that one. We are happy to give
For
Mr.
Mark?
Calderon. Yeah, he's in Portsmouth now, I think, out of Portsmouth Post. But we want Mr. Calderon to be successful in treatment, and we've got, these possession charges are from 23, so they're not brand new either, but we're glad he's in treatment. But in order to continue to extend that consideration, we'd like to have a resolution of the OVI case.
Well, I haven't discussed that with them. We'll resolve that on the 20th
So
of
with
April.
the plea or trial on the OVI for April 20th,
Okay, all right.
we'll have a decision.
You can go.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
So you want me to call you, or?
Yeah.
State of Ohio recalls Eddie Eastep at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 23203, CRC 21269, TRC 17442, A, B, and C.
And he was assessed by hometown?
Yes, I assessed him, and he would qualify for residential treatment.
Okay, and are you agreeable to go to residential, Mr. Estep? Yeah. Okay, I will enter an order releasing Eddie Estep on case number 23203 to residential with hometown recovery. Set your next hearing in 2 weeks, which will be April 3rd. And that will be a review. So all these cases are set for April 3rd. So the order should be drafted for hometown to pick him up at the jail.
Thank you,
Can you do that
Your Honor.
today?
Yep, we can do it today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that's all, Mr. Estep.
Thanks, sir.
You're welcome.
We're finished with the Lordstown Jail.
Okay, then finish at the jail.
State of Ohio versus Justin Higgins, who's back in holding, case numbers CRG 213577 A and B, CRA 21911, CRC 252689 A, B, and C. Justin Higgins.
Yeah.
How did you do?
Okay, Mr. Higgins is before the court now. He was in the reflection with QRT, and that's been terminated.
Yes, Your Honor, he's been terminated from that program due to his actions this past week. Did you get the letter?
I did.
Okay.
And I think I forwarded it to council.
You did. I got one, Judge. And Megan, I did not do well.
Okay, well, I'll hear from the state and from the defendants what you'd like to see happen next, how we're going to go forward with this.
Your Honor, I did have a question. I looked online yesterday under the court website, but I couldn't tell, it wasn't clear, because it said his possession case was still pending.
Okay.
I thought it was dismissed, but
Well, it probably should have been, but maybe that just didn't happen. I don't know. I see there's, well, I probably don't even have that file out here. I've got TRC 252689. And do you have the case number for, yeah, a felony possession charge?
yes.
25667.
I don't have it. Yeah, I don't have that.
It was actually set for preliminary on April 27th.
Oh, okay.
It's just been separated from the rest of his file. I've got it pulled up on screen.
Okay. Can we pull that file with the 25667? It should be in the, Mr. Morford, do you have any suggestions or what you would like to see happen?
My client will remain in hometown, Your Honor.
Okay. What's hometown's position?
We would still be willing to work with him.
State know what your position is?
Well, I was just looking to see what we've already, what has been disposed of already, and I see that he pled to the OVI, and so he's never been sentenced on that. I don't believe, that was from November of last year. And,
Actually, I think there is an entry in the file, 252689.
Yes.
Since January 9th.
okay. And then we had that we had another charge of some sort. I keep scrolling past it.
He's got,
The receiving
there's one
charge.
that's still pending is from 20, there's a 21,911 and 21,3577. Doesn't look like there's any, no, it was a fictitious registration, so it's just a draft. Yeah, he did get sentenced. He got reduced to a misdemeanor felony receiving to misdemeanor receiving. He got 30 days suspended.
Well, he hasn't done very well so far as getting consideration. He's got some time in jail, I guess he could be sentenced to, but at the same time, we want to make sure that we have something over his head for him to get back in treatment and get that done. Unless he's just, we could send the possession charge to the grand jury, or we could keep it here as a convincer. Maybe if he thought about it a little bit, maybe if he had a couple days in jail to think about it, he might decide that it's better to try to do this and do it the way that he needs to do it, as opposed to just ignoring, because he still is at risk of going to the grand jury with that charge, and he could go to jail on the other charges he's already pled guilty to.
Well, I'd like to hear from him, and if he has any thoughts or remorse, it would be good to hear that.
Sir, I made a mistake. Julie did. I didn't think far into it. I just been happy-go-lucky to find a good job. I was doing really good.
Well, it wasn't just one thing. It looks to me like it was several things.
Your Honor, he's been at hometowns for 5 months out of a 6-month program, and it's been one continuous issue after another, including taking more of his MAT medication. It would be my suggestion that he start over, but that's not my decision.
We could look into that, yeah.
Well, I think he certainly needs to go back. If he's going to go back to treatment, he shouldn't be like a month out from graduation. You need to change your thinking. I mean, it looks like you're just looking for opportunities to game the system or pass out drugs to other people that they're not prescribed. Or was it he had in his possession, a knife in his possession at the facility that, you know, you're not allowed to have that? What was some of the other stuff he was doing?
He had an empty pill bottle, yeah, a knife, a pair of clamping scissors, 2 cell phones, and a lottery ticket.
Well, I think there's got to be some consequences to that, so I think he needs at least a weekend in jail. And get him back on the docket for Monday.
I agree, Your Honor.
All right, weekend in jail, and come back Monday and see what happens then. Some remorse would be good when you come back.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You are. He's on the docket for 23.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You are.
Item on recall, Crystal Lucas, who's also not been holding, case number CRB 20-691, CRB 2658.
Hey, Butch.
Here's some
Butch.
restitution stuff in this one.
We got some talking.
This is a mess.
Here's what I'm going to suggest. First of all, we've got the figures for the restitution. Second of all, we've got this, that the lady says was stolen, but we don't have any proof it was stolen. I'd like to know if she knows the whereabouts of any of that stuff, or value of that stuff. We were willing to amend.
Did Taylor leave, or is she still here?
She did, just, she sent somebody, she had an appointment she had to keep.
Okay. All right, let me check. I'm told I've got a message on my,
Yes, especially they will take her back, this will be Monday. And due to her medical condition, she's not requesting yet.
okay. I just don't understand the thinking that, and we got family that's here with her?
Her mom.
Mom, you gotta quit enabling her. When she comes, quit enabling her. When she comes to visit, you don't make her go back. You let her do whatever the heck she wants to do. That's why we are where we are. She's got serious medical issues that Bethesda's helping her with.
She tried to tell me that on her. I will say, my mother was on Bethesda's side.
She should have made you go back, not coddle you and entertain your refusal to go back. I mean, how old are you?
I'm 40.
She doesn't have a right to live with you anymore. Kick her out if she's not going to get treatment like she should. Okay, they're willing to take you back. We can't put an ankle monitor on because of your condition. But this is the last chance. You have to do what they tell you to do, when they tell you to do it, how they tell you to do it. Don't get in there and start barking out orders. I'm not coming back, I'm gonna do it my way. That's not gonna work. And Mom, don't let her. She's gotta get clean. This is a chance to get her clean. She was doing okay until she went home, so. Okay, back to Mr. Hill.
Well, I want to state, on the state's behalf, how we feel about this. We got this felony charge, and it involves the theft of some valuable jewelry from a couple people that trusted her, and we know that she took the stuff because it ended up getting pawned the very same day, so we've got proof of that. We've been keeping the case here, but I'd just as soon take it to the grand jury, and we've also got an OVI case from 2020, a paraphernalia case from 2020, and all these other things that I guess, let's see, drug abuse instruments from 26. We gotta get this wrapped up here to keep the cases, at least the felony case, from going on to the grand jury. And it's gonna involve, and I won't recite what the details are at this point, but in our estimation, she needs to, if we would reduce that felony to a misdemeanor, there needs to be a restitution order, there needs to be a little bit of jail time served, and then she has to be successful in treatment after that to avoid going back to jail. And so, and everything's got to be, there's got to be a plea to everything. So she can maybe think about it.
I did say I was going to set it for Monday, but I don't think we need to do that now. She's going to go back to treatment. So.
I'd like to, we're going to talk to her about all this stuff. If we come back a little bit later, I'll go to jail speaking if I had to, but we can come back.
Now, let's give you some time, but we need an answer at the next court date, whether you're going to plead it out or you want to fight it out. If you're going to fight it out, the felony's going on to the grand jury, so that's my understanding. So.
And just clear up to the individual.
In fact, just give us an amount.
April 13th.
That was.
$1,000.
All four hearings are set for April 13th. And I don't want to get any phone calls about you or texts about you acting out.
I don't act out anyways. Casey can tell you, I'm actually pretty good, and I understand I'm being disappointed. I mean,
April 13th, is the next hearing. Pick her up.
She's released today.
Yes, she's released. She's going to go back to Bethesda.
State of Ohio versus Christopher McAllister, roll call. Case number CRB 18596, CRA 2720, CRB 2721.
Christopher McAllister. Oh, he's back.
Oh, I did. Oh, that's on.
Yes, I'll put it in there.
Oh, this is the guy taking on the 13th.
Sit on the floor, probably. In fact, we might be able to sit with a special.
Be able to be a 6-man on the bench.
I think that's it.
All right, so I was just now on the phone with OVP in Huntington, and while I was on the phone with them, he told me that he is dirty and that he has not stopped using. He is attending his appointments, but he just told me that he's not taking his medications and things like that, so he's not compliant.
He needs to go inpatient.
Yeah.
She's coming back.
Jail or inpatient, which do you want?
It's inpatient. So, this locked and will working. So,
Well,
you give me the script, I think the script's maybe six.
You want, let's do a urine screen and see exactly what we're dealing with.
Lord, first step.
So opioids are in there too.
Yeah.
Could be fentanyl, you don't even know. Okay, you're willing to go inpatient? Yeah. All right, I'm ordering you inpatient, OVP. And set your next tune for April 13th.
Let's see. Let's see if I got one.
He is going from here, Ron.
He is going from here. So we'll set it as a pretrial, April 13th.
No, I don't know what.
It still says in there, maybe he didn't show up. I'll ask them.
Okay, April 13th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Finished, Your Honor.
Court's adjourned.
If you lived with a cold all the time.
Somehow it seemed harder than it looked. Doctor didn't look that hard.
You soon get used to it and it doesn't bother you. Like, this is just normal.
It lingers forever too, and then you don't ever feel it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be like, guess what Jasmine said? Yeah. I should have all
They did want to know that, so that's a concern too. I'll wait around and see what they do. Oh, shoot. Missy said that she's got stuff for you to sign too. I'll tell her when that stuff in here.
Where'd Philip go?
To talk to the judge.
Great. It's a ghost signature. Is that-
Okay. I've got a couple things for you.
I'm going to try to talk to the judge about Melanie.
Oh, yes, about the sentencing.
Yeah.
Yes, I think this is still on, I'm not for sure.
Probably. You know, I was thinking about, I could put it on my computer so we could watch ourselves.
Yes. We're in real time.
Or just slightly delayed.
And then these are your trials, right?
Why do I have trials?
Listen, just
Can you
three.
stop, please?
You stop. You're the one that can stop it. Oh, no, you really can't.
Well, we don't have this.
We don't have these, I'm just telling you, that's on the document.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that
yes.
guy's name.
Me too.
Well, is this Sean again?
I should have put out who it was.
No, I think-
I don't think so.
Landon Yankee, it's an OVI. Yankee Doodle.
I don't think it is Sean.
Seldom
I gotta
does
go
anybody
find out
else
what happened with
set
this.
trials but him.
It is.
I worked on that one last night forever, like 3.5 hours. I was worn out. So I went in there and told the judge today, I said, I don't think I can find him guilty, no reason. He left very important things out of the report. Like the reason he stopped her in the first place. He gave partial, but not the entire thing. And then the field sobriety tests and all that stuff he did, he just ignored a lot of the stuff that he did. And I think
That doesn't make it.
I think she's just a good. She's on drugs.
That's usually the case.
People act kooky when they're,
Well,
they are
and that makes it even
under
worse.
stress.
Yes. Remember that girl that left the scene because she had to go get her kids? She freaked out about her not being there to pick her kids up. Remember that? I mean, that was.
Yeah, she ended up leading him on a chase.
Yeah.
All right, Matthew Grizzly. I don't know why I have, we got no.
Don't jinx it.
What's done, we can't jinx it now, no trials set today.
Let's keep the trials down to a minimum. I'm finally caught up. I'm working on a discovery for issues. You remember those 3 guys with the cell phones?
Yeah.
It's on that.
And he doesn't realize the guy's gonna get time served.
Right, misdemeanor. I mean, it's really done before. I even send all this. But anyway, there is like 6 or 8 body cams because
Well, why don't we do this?
3 of them are
Why don't you
BKs.
call his office and say, we're gonna offer suspended jail time on the misdemeanor. If you wanna, I mean, is he really gonna want a trial on that? Would that guy really want to be?
No, he's not even from here.
No,
He
and
wants to
he's
get back
guilty.
home.
He's guilty of having those phones and what they were gonna use them for.
And I think those 3 are trying to say they're each other's. Does that make sense?
Sure.
I think that's what's happening because no one's taking complete ownership.
If I were one, and that guy's got a big record.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, this is not going to ruin his life,
no, he's got multiple things.
but
Well, I've already sent the paper discovery. I'm downloading but there's like 3 of the CDs are the investigator, going through the product and stuff. But something else I wanted to tell you. So Jen did a trial. I really need to know if this is on her. It's not highlighted.
I think it's on there. Let's just see.
stole her license plate. He's driving another vehicle with her plate on it. You don't know why he gave me this?
I just didn't know anything about it. I don't know what happened to that.
Oh, okay, well, it's because it had the date. There was a warrant and it has a date for 13.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
To check my
You
messages.
are fine.
Auto insurance is one of those products you hope you never use, yet when you need it,
It's
it
Debbie
can
Clark.
determine whether an
Is it?
accident becomes a temporary headache or a financial disaster.
No.
Hey, I'm gonna go in there while we're waiting, because he's gonna kindly talk to the judge about that
Yes,
one.
yes.
But I'm gonna try to call Philip's friend.
Yeah,
real
Erin,
quick.
just tell her if she has anything on her cell phone that maybe she took.
It'll go straight to her voicemail, I
Yeah.
guarantee.
Will you tell her to, she can email it to me?
Yeah.
You know my email, so
She'll send it to her.
she'll probably send it to him.
She'll be like,
And it's because, yeah, something about the SDO.
Yeah.
Just tell her if she has anything on her cell phone that maybe she took.
it'll go straight to her voicemail, I
Yeah.
guarantee.
Will you tell her to, she can email it to me?
Yeah.
You know my email, so
She'll send it to her.
she'll probably send it to him.
She'll be like,
And it's because, yeah, something about the SDO.
All right, we gotta get out of this room.
yeah, let's get out.
It's freaking ridiculous. It's still live. Hi, World Wide Web.